कैसे हैं?
Very well, sir.
इतना सफर है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Thank you so much, Dheeraj, for playing that motivational message and video for us. Welcome all. Franchise India, the brand which enjoys the legacy of 23 years, established in 1999, helping all international and national brands to expand and share their business opportunities with our 70 plus offices. We have helped potential investors and many of the investors to get their dream brands from us. It's a platform which provides the advisory to each investors. We do not endorse any particular brand. And Franchise India welcomes you to 125th episode of Business Opportunity of Chai webinar series, where our aim is to provide you the brand of the day so that you can understand end-to-end process about the brand. This webinar is hosted by management team of Franchise India. We welcome Mr. Gaurav Maria as well as Sonia Chaudhary. During the course of the session, they'll be sharing their advice, their suggestions, feedback, and they'll be talking about the brand. And with great immense and pleasure, we invite the brand of the day today is All Things Love. Based in Mumbai, and All Things Love is an innovative and creative art and craft studio based on a concept of do it yourself. And it's our privilege to welcome founder and CEO Ms. Dimpy Mehta along with COO Mr. Karan Mehta to talk about this brand. But before that, we would like to play a small, cute video for all of you. Thank you so much, Dheeraj. We welcome Karan, we welcome Dimpy. Dimpy, I must compliment you, the kind of the background you have. It's so lovely and vibrant. Thank you so much for joining us today. We can start with the formal presentation.
Thank you so much, Archana. My kind greetings to Ms. Sonia and Mr. Gaurav and the team of Franchisee India. And a warm welcome to all the investors over there. I am Dimpi Mehta and my partner, Mr. Karan Mehta. We founded All Things Love in June 2019. And as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. So I have a marketing background, and coming from a marketing background, I was doing a lot of market research to what are the gaps in the market, and having my own interest in art and craft since childhood, I always saw that there isn't any place in India where you can just walk in and pick up any art and craft project, and you can just do it without any stress of cleaning up afterwards, or there isn't any place where all the materials are under one roof. If you want to create something, you have to run to a few stationery shops, or you don't have expertise to how to conduct the project. So that is where I saw the gap in the market. I did a market research and came to the conclusion that India does need a place where you can DIY studio, that is do it yourself studio, where you can walk in anytime, create whatever you would like to, and create things that you could not in the constraints of home. So now I would like to start the presentation. So that's All Things Love. All Things Love DIY Studio is a space to explore the art and craft side of children, teenagers, and adults. As a brand, we strongly believe that everyone can and should create. And this belief is our biggest driving point, as we all know that the satisfaction and growth that comes from creating something is priceless. Now, I'm sure at some point in our lives, you all would have created, we all would have doubted our creative abilities, thinking that, oh, I cannot create this. Or we see some videos and, you want to replicate it, create it by yourself, but you do not have the right resources, or you were not appreciated enough or encouraged to pursue that hobby or creation. But now at All Things Love DIY Studio, no matter how old you are, with the tools, resources, and our guidance, you can start learning a new skill, revisit the skill which you had already stopped practicing long back. With all the resources available under one roof, one can pursue any activity at the studio which he or she is unable to do at home due to various factors like space constraint or guidance, etc. And at All Things Love, it is our mission, and we strongly believe and we strongly practice to encourage and motivate everyone who enters our doors to create. We so many times have mothers who come to get their children to create something, and we convince them also to create something, and they feel, and they are so grateful and thankful to us that we force them to make something, create something which gives them a sense of satisfaction, and they feel that, oh, we did not, we had not picked up a paintbrush since quite some time, and you introduced this to us, and we would like to continue it. So that's the kind of feedback we get when we encourage and motivate people. Our team is talented, knowledgeable, and devoted to creating unique and meaningful experiences for our students. All of our art instructors are accomplished artists, and they are knowledgeable art educators who are passionate about sharing this gift of art. We are very passionate about sharing whatever knowledge we have about art and craft to whoever enters the studio, even though they have just come to see the studio, or they don't want to make anything, but we give them that knowledge, that that knowledge lingers in their mind, and they keep thinking about it, and they want to come back and then create something. So it is like a versatile studio that caters to all kinds of ages and all mediums of art and craft. We strive for our students to become confident and creative thinkers and problem solvers. So we are not stuck to things like you can just create whatever you see on the display, or you just have to replicate that. We make sure that they think, they explore their creativity, and through that they learn problem solving. It is our goal to create an inviting and safe environment where kids can create from their own ideas by exploring different mediums, making their own mistakes, and they end up having fun. At the studio, the creative possibilities and opportunities are endless. All Things Love DY Studio can provide all kinds of art and craft instructions for our group workshops, walk-in customers, private art lessons, birthday parties, baby showers, kitty parties, summer camps, creative events, skill building workshops, finger painting for toddlers. So there is something for all age groups over here. We've had like 2-year-olds to even 90-year-olds celebrate their special days over here with their family, with doing a art day and stuff like that. So now I would like to say that beyond all workshops, DIY kits, and everything, DIY Studio is like a community. And we strongly feel, and we make our customers feel that when they walk through the door, they are a part of something bigger. And so it makes them feel very special. Now, we have thoughtfully and clearly defined our business objectives. We intend to grow the brand by developing a strong and successful franchisee network. As stated here, it's our goal, and we continuously strive to make the brand known nationally and globally, as we want to serve and reach out to millions of customers through a growing network of franchisees. Now, this which will lead to increasing the brand value and visibility, and then of course enhance the profitability. The above stated objectives will be achieved through continuous support from our end, and which will drive growth for our franchisee partners through various schemes and offers. There are quite a lot of reasons which make this brand relevant and successful in this age of urbanization and tech revolution. Some of the key growth drivers are the expanding middle class, who now want to spend money on self-growth and pursuing their hobbies. They also want value for money, which is exactly what this brand provides. We have something for everyone. Due to the rising urbanization, customers are open to exploring new art forms and mediums. They are also ready to experiment with traditional art forms by giving them an urban twist. We are presently working on a whole catalog of reviving traditional arts like Lippin art, dot mandala, Madhubani, Gond art, which are Indian folk arts, and we are giving them an urban twist and reviving those arts to bring to the youth of today. The youth spending power has increased, which make them more independent and capable to make their own decisions. At the studio itself, we have seen a rise in young adults who want to spend time with their friends at the studio rather than spending money at a restaurant or a cafe. They themselves say that this was a good plan, that we could come here, create something together, make memories, and have something tangible to take back home and cherish. The growing female working population also is a big growth driving factor, as women of today are more independent and making choices where they want their child's next birthday party to be. And any working mom, always we have seen that on weekends they bring in their kid at the studio because they want to spend some time creating any art and craft project with the child. And the child also feels that he's getting a lot of quality time from his mother, because his or her mother, because she's not distracted by the mobile phone or anything, because they both are involved in creating something together. And 90% of the women who at the studio are artists are women, and who want to share their expertise. So better logistics have made it possible to procure raw materials easily from around the globe. The digital revolution has made it easier to reach out to audiences globally. Also, audiences globally are like aware of what is DIY, and they can create things by themselves. So, because of that awareness, and when they discover this DIY studio, they feel, good that, they have found this studio where they used to see these videos on YouTube and places they could only think or imagine of creating something, but now there is a place, and under one roof they can do that and make it possible. Now, as you all can see, we have these statistics. Revenue in the DIY sector in India, what is the present 1,455 in million dollars, and projected to increase to $1,875 million in 4 years. And also the revenue in hobby and stationery segment in India is projected to increase by 2,581. So we can see that there is and demand and increasing sector for DIY and pursuing hobbies. Okay. The reasons to partner with All Things Love DIY Studio. The brand is in its stage of continuous and steady growth. We already have an up and running studio in Mumbai, which I would like to show you all once we are done with this talk of this presentation. And as stated earlier, we continuously create activities according to latest trends, reviving lost traditional arts. Also, we include a lot of international art forms, international artists, having our children coming over here, introducing them to all kinds of Indian and international artists, making them understand what were their thoughts and thought processes behind creating that particular art, and how they can imbibe that into what they create. So it's not just about hobbies, but there is a lot of knowledge also that we give along with it. And so it's like a whole network of knowledge, fun, and hobby combined together, which is like a whole package which everyone enjoys. We have over 200 different types of DIY activities one can choose from at the studio. Our management is efficient and thoroughly professional, which adds to the brand value. Our investor-friendly opportunities and our strong support system will be explained by Mr. Karan Mehta, who handles the operations and the finances of the studio. So Karan, would you?
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Maria ji. Good afternoon, Sonia ji. It's always wonderful, Mr. Maria, to always talk to you and always have a conversation with you.
Always.
From you, and we really love, as a brand, we really love what Franchise India is doing for us and for the investors. And this concept of over chai is brilliant. It's wonderful. Thank you for this opportunity, everyone, and hello, investors. Good afternoon, everyone. So we have created with All Things Love, we basically have made this thing to bring out the Indian folk art and the, as India is a very versatile country and there are a lot of things that we do not know about, like example like mandala art and all that, like we normal people we don't know about, and it is slowly fading out by Western culture coming in. But we want to urbanize this and we want to bring this out and have a total Indian touch to our brand and bring out these things. So we've created this brand, and with this brand we've created 4 models with our small, regular, medium and large models. We have defined this with your area and your square feet that an investor or a franchisee would have available with them. With a small, with 500 square feet is where we start from, with a regular 1,000 and a large up to 5,000. So these are also again mainly divided as small and regular as one category and medium and large as one category, wherein a small and a regular sized shop or an studio will have a community table where all your arts and craft will be in and around you, and everyone will be sitting as a community and working on projects and creating new stuff and enjoying themselves. And our medium and large concepts are in such a way that we have created like an arcade game studio kind of a thing. So it's a art arcade where there will be different stations doing different form of arts, doing different products of arts. So on an average, if I go to speak, our small and our regular sized models have about 20 to 30 to 40 art forms, wherein our existing studio, which is about 700 square feet, has about subcategory and categories, has about 200 art forms and different types of bases where you can work up. And up to medium and large, it goes up to 60, and their subcategories goes up to 500 different sort of art forms. So we are ready with all with whatever our investors have a particular square feet which they require. We are ready with all the forms of arts and everything which is ready with us. So starting with uh, our small segment, which initial investment, approximate investment is about 10 lakh rupees. This also varies and depends upon every investor and franchisee. It all varies upon person to person, where our franchise fees being 3 lakh rupees, and our return on investment in the next 5 years we project it to be around 93%. And your approximate investment of 10 lakh rupees, an average payback we see up to 1 year and 5 months. So we have a agreement term with all our models. We would love to work for years and years, but our agreement term is about 5 years for all our models. So with our 1,000 square feet, again, we have an approximate investment of 14.5 lakhs, which are franchise fees being the same as per as our small model, with a rate of return is around 76%. And in 1 year, 9 months, we see your money coming back to you. And so as you can read with our medium and our large models, with our investments being 42 lakhs and 62 lakhs respectively, and franchise fees being 5 lakhs to 7.5 lakhs. And your return is 47% to 39%. So we see in our existing model, which we have been on since a year and a half and plus COVID times now, we started in 2018 in June, July, and by 2020 March, we have seen our money totally coming back to us. Even in these tough COVID times, we see that with our different models that we have made. So when I speak about our different models, we have our walk-in studio, and we also have a ready-to-delivery DIY arts and craft kits, and our retail section. So those we can also, as of now, because of the COVID times, we are sending it, we are supplying our ready kits which you can sit at home and make it, which is exclusively only available at our stores. We do not have any online presence as of now. We are totally working on offline basis for now, with only selling in our stores. Dimpy, can you go to the next slide, please? So these are the reasons why you should partner with us, and why we are capable enough in the arts and craft field to cater to you is because of our main reason is of our technical guidance. We have an in-house team with our art and craft development team who keep creating different types of art, we also get international artists coming in teaching us, holding workshops. We also have our local art forms from Rajasthan, from various different parts of the country, where they come in and they teach us. They hold workshops in our studios where other people can come and learn. So we have professional artists also coming into our workshops and learning new and different techniques. And so that's how our technical guidance will really help our franchisees. So operating interface for daily operative assistance is also like we are there 24/7. Our things are there. We and our team are always available with you. Our sourcing and material management is because of today's times where logistics and everything is very easily available. We can source everything and anywhere from India and from abroad. But we as a brand totally focus of buying from India and keeping the Indian art and craft vibe strongly and support it throughout. So our qualities are checked and managed by our quality checking teams, which we also have in-house. So other than our store, we have our 10,000 square feet warehouse, which is in this area called Bhiwandi in Mumbai. And we store, check, pack, with proper barcode systems and everything, and we supply it to our franchisees and we supply it in our own flagship stores. And our PR and management, marketing is where we really fund our money, and we really pump in a lot of money in marketing, is because we have bloggers, vloggers, everyone who are in connection with us. So it depends on area to area. If there is some other particular city, for example New Delhi, then we target the bloggers and bloggers over there, who then show our product, display our product, and that's how we get our customer acquisition. So our vendor management, basically it's for any franchisee, anything to do with art and craft related, any products is what you will get at our store under one roof. So we also partnered with brands like Chameleon, Camlin, where they supply to us and we sell in our store. So in some few cities where these products are not available, in smaller cities or in rural areas, we can provide you these products, and we can manage the whole thing for you. And of course we have a professional environment, and we have, as I said, we have our team, our workspace and everywhere in Bhiwandi as well, where we can keep the stock and it's ready to deliver whenever and wherever anyone requires. So yeah, that's from me. And before we move on to the question and answers, I would like Dimpy, if you can just show the audience and the panelists our studio and the whole vibe of our studio. Dimpy, if you can
Yes.
just, thanks.
All right. So yes, before we move on to the Q&As, as I said earlier, I would like to show you our studio. So I am here standing at our retail section. The studio is divided into a retail section and a workshop section, which first I'll show you the retail section now. As you can see, we have anything related to art and craft. You could imagine, to create anything, everything is available here, right from embellishments, which we ourselves manufacture. As you can see, they are in our own branding, to stencils, to feathers, pegs, pearls, magnets, anything that you would need to create anything. Now, this is the section where we have art tools like brushes, dabbers, calligraphy pens, palettes, pens to create, to do doodling, to do hand lettering. These are pigments that you required for painting. We have a whole range of Camlin and Liquitex paints over here. And these are mixed medium arts, like resin, as you can see, is already under our brand. And we wish to create more and more products under our brand. And varnishes, and these are the things for toddlers. Fabric painting, you can print, block printing on tote bags, spray painting. So innumerable of possibilities at the studio. Now I would like to show you our workstation.
Dippy, you're not audible, please.
We lost your voice. You're not. No,
No.
you gone on mute, I think so. Yeah. No, it's again, we're not able to.
I have unmuted.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, now you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I am at the workshop station where all the creativity and magic happens. This is one of our display wall, as you can see. It's colorful, attractive. We've put up display materials of what you can create, a dream catcher or macrame. Then we have a pot which you can keep in your garden. It's mosaic art. This is one of our upcycling project material. Like you can get in your own mason jars, you can get in your own glass bottles, and you can paint them over here. So moms really like this, that, you know, when kids drink their Starbucks and Caventers, they can bring in their bottles over here, paint them, and take it back home. So it's something that, you know, teaches them upcycling also. Now, unicorns, which are teenagers' favorites. This is fluid art. This you can see is mixed media. This is Lippin art. This is the traditional Lippin art. And this is the urban twist. Sorry. This is the urban twist that we have given to our Lippin art, adding colors to it. So this is one a new product that we have created now. This is mandala pen art with optical illusion. So this is the urban twist that we have given to it. Above here, you can see resin art. So now these are tissue paper boxes which you can create. So everyone really likes these also, because we base our items on utility that, you know, you can use at home also, and is nothing, you know, not like you just create and then moms feel that there is too much of your art stuff and we need to discard stuff. So till now we have noticed that none of our clients discard any single of our art project or work, because it is of utility and it is so attractive that they do not want to lose it. We have moms telling us that we have another All Things Love studio right in our child's room. Like everything they have made and they've displayed it, so it just looks like your studio. Over here also we have candle making, lampshade, and this wall particular this is string art. As you can see, there are over 16 designs that you can create in string art. It is an art form which really increases the focus and focus of a child, and people with having problems with distractions or ADHD, the psychologists, they recommend them to come here and do string art because it increases their focus. This is mosaic art, again over 20 designs that you can do. And the USP about All Things Love is that anyone can come in anytime, create whatever they want to, and this wall is open to everyone who walks in here. There are paints, brushes, markers, sketch pens, anything you can just pick up without anyone questioning you. You can just pick up and start creating something. So I hope everyone liked our studio. And just to give you one more view of our full studio. So yes, so this is our workstation, and I hope everyone enjoyed this little tour of our studio. And just imagine yourself sitting over here rather than being confined at home and creating something and taking back a creative something and feeling a self of, a sense of achievement and happiness and de-stressing over here.
Thank you, fabulous. I should really, what kind of work you've done is phenomenal, and this shows the kind of interest and passion you both have for the business and how well you are committed to your business. You know, I would rate this out of 125 webinars we've done and reached out to 150,000 people. This would be probably in the top of it. Do very well presenting and also a fabulous opportunity. You're creating a great opportunity. This is one of the biggest categories in franchising globally in US. You go to any market, art and craft is a very important part of family living and social living and so on and so forth. So they come with families, they come with entire thing. I was in Singapore, I can give you this example, and I went to a cafe. It's a very popular, most expensive place. And I saw they had the similar, like what you have is a nice coffee. The additional thing they had was just a cafe. And I went there and somehow I interacted with somebody who was a Japanese and he was doing his own craft and working on that. And he was a banker, a CEO and a banker. And he says, I come every Sunday with my little ones, and now they are not so addicted. I am more addicted. I come here because I feel that this is something which I always wanted to do, and it's also a great time for him to spend with entire thing. And he says, my wife doesn't come, but I come alone and with my little ones, and this is our time, and we really spend here, and we create every Sunday to create this entire thing. So this is a great concept. This is absolutely right for India. It's a tremendous amount of opportunity, and it look like I normally don't do it on these webinars. I shy away from looking like I'm endorsing something very strongly, but I don't mind doing it, because when I feel something which is a genuine startup and something which is very genuinely done and put a lot of effort in, I think I don't mind it going out and really saying that this is an opportunity at Franchise India. We also believe in. We strongly believe in the category. So let's start with our Q&A, because I think a lot of audience would also like to understand more questions from you and things of that nature. So you're a pioneer in this business. While a lot of people have tried doing here and there, some have been, done it from their perspective. I know a lot of companies which are producers for art and craft materials. They also started studios to promote their products and things like that, but nobody really took it in a complete sense. They always were objectives. If I'm not taking name, but if Camlin does it, Camlin would do it just to promote Camlin, right? Somebody would do it from that thing. Nobody would really come and do this. So this is a DIY studio. DIY studio has impossible possibilities. There's a possibilities of creating anything which you want to really create, and this can continue to grow. This is just started with the current line. Even you want to put up a 10,000 place of studio and create sculptures, and because art and craft itself is so big, and so much of a product can come in. There is a big American company. They produce a lot of things which you come and paint yourself and then take home, and they have everything available, basic molds. Rather, they have a machine in the store itself where you can create those molds in the store itself, and then you can paint and take it in that. So when you created this model, let's start with the three things. First is we will talk about the overall industry landscape. And who you really are. While you don't have a business format, apple to apple competition, but who else is there in the market, and what is currently being done in terms of how you explained it well when you started, that people have to go to 5 different shops or 10 different shops to buy. But even we look from a overall industry landscape, because all of us, almost everybody on the audience and everybody in the panelist, we have in our lives also art and craft. So what is the industry size? What is the size of the industry, if any number you want to really throw it, and how it is growing, and currently how it is changing also?
Right. So when we started this, to be honest, this was the only DIY studio in Mumbai. Like you rightly said, that there are companies who have their studios for the purpose of promoting their brand. So, for example, if Camlin would have a studio, like you rightly said, they would promote their own brand and how to use their materials in their studio. But over here at the studio, we do not promote brands. We promote the creativity that you can do using those brands. And also now people have a lot of exposure to art and craft, and because of now staying at home for so many months, people have realized that they need to de-stress, and de-stressing can happen through art and craft. Even before this period of COVID, people who would come here, they would feel enlightened that okay, now I can have hours without looking at my phone. I can spend hours over here, losing track of time. And these people have realized, and the this whole sector, DIY sector, is tremendously growing in India, and it has a lot of potential.
Yeah, so it's a very large industry, currently very fragmented. A lot of people have, people are doing it either by their teachers, which come to teach kids in their homes and or schools, or projects from schools and things like that. But and that's why it dies. If you really see why people don't pursue this for a longer period, because when you are told by your teacher, when you if I tell my daughter and say that this you have to do, or have a teacher for her, she will continue to pursue it. After that, she is not able to pursue because their environments are not available there. So congratulations to both of you, really you creating, and it also would continue to regain a lot of passion for people who had passion for art and craft, similarly for what you had. And also it would give an opportunity for continue to their passion. So that's one. Now let's talk about little commerce here, because end of the day, people have come as investors. They want to really know about where I can make money, and I can see Karan now smiling because he likes the finance part of talking, right? And
Yes,
so we have 4 models that we've done, and which is 500,000, 3,000, and a bigger one, and
yes.
significantly investment also changes. And everybody these days want to really go for the smaller ones, and I saw ROI is also much faster in that section, which is a 500 odd square feet. The current studio looks to me is very right format, and this is apt format while it is in Mumbai, but it's an apt format from a display viewpoint, from a structure viewpoint, and also a little bit of a lab which you have, where people can really sit down and interact, and we can really also have flexibility, because in these days people don't want to really sit. While it is great to jam in and do it together, which is the way art and craft should be done, but even if kids, they don't want to go with other kids which you don't know in the current times, even if you want to spread it, you can spread it, and you can have your own distances and social distances being maintained and things like that. So when you do a smaller one, 500, can you create the same experience in the same level, or 10 lakh rupees? And what is the difference? Because stock would be less, or what kind of a, from a 500 to the other ones, what kind of difference would come in? Would you explain on that?
So from our 500 to our 1000 to 3000, we do not focus a lot of our franchisees to stock a lot at their end, just the basic necessities, because we have our own facilities of stocking and supplying, and we do it in a very quick way also. We do not emphasize on too much of them stocking at their end. So we ourselves over here do not have any stocks in the back end and everything. Whatever is there is on the shelf, is on the floor, and this is how I think more emphasis on display and more emphasis on storage is what we look at. And in our 500 and 1000 square feet models are very quite similar, and right now our store being a 750 square feet, also we find that it is comfortable for 20 people to 25 people easily to sit in and have parties. So our main I would just bring up to our main source of revenue is also walk-ins as well as art parties. So when they have a smaller model, when say it's a birthday party for a kid, they do not want, they have their close knit group of 20 people or 20 other school friends which they want to bring in. So that's our model is apt for that. As in when you go bigger, we can have 100 people party, we can have a 150 people party, and have that many teachers, our in-house teachers teaching each and every child. So even we see the flow of 20-25 people coming in at one point of time is more feasible and faster than having 100 people party where your party budgets also go very high, and these today's time when COVID has changed everything, we also like to focus on our smaller models. But in our bigger models, our working changes in such a way that apart from these community tables, we also have a particular art station. So if there is some sort of art, for example, as you can see behind Dimpy, there is mosaic art. So there is a station which only does mosaic art. So if another person, another customer walks in and wants to do some other form of art, they can go to the different station. So this is possible where there is more space. So just like an arcade game, if you want to play, in an arcade game, you want to play some video games, you go to a particular section. You want to play pool, you go to another section. So your social distancing, speaking in today's terms, is done in that way, in a bigger model. And in the bigger model, we can have art parties, and simultaneously we can have our walk-ins both together. So both can be combined together. And if anyone wants to do it on a Saturday, Sunday, where the flow is more, when there is an holiday, where we see an adult crowd also coming in at that point of time, both can be managed. Whereas if someone books a studio for 20-25 people in our smaller model, our walk-ins then get disrupted, or we have to request them that for this 1 to 2 hours of our art party, we cannot allow you inside. So there are pros and cons with both the models. Yes, with the higher model, your investments also increase, your working capital, everything increases significantly as compared to the smaller models.
Absolutely, and people can start with maybe a smaller one, and if you have a place which can be expandable, then that's best. Because
Absolutely.
what happens, when you start getting people coming in, the space starts looking smaller, and then you can expand. And a lot of cities, there are the residential also sometimes you are able to use, because in art and craft, being anything which can be doing early learning, they allow residential places also. You can have, maybe as you have a small bungalow and you make it beautifully, and you can create nice cubicles, nice zones. You can keep one room for the store kind of a thing where you have all the things which are available, and one area which you can have these community and a lot of craft being there. And then you can also have showcase. A lot of people make and sell actually. They just put it on sale. They've not started, but a lot of people take back, and some people just do it. Let's say for in Bombay, they have Shah Rukh Khan coming to with the kids and doing something here, and he doesn't want to take it home, and he can just build it and put it there, and then it could be sold, and it can be done for partially charity, partially for sales, things of that nature. So that can be done. And also parties is a very big segment. There are a lot of parties which happens, and people do art parties, and it's very actually rather much more progressive, much more better than going to environments which are not very progressive for kids. Every conscious parent is now very clearly that they want to take kids to those environments which are creating their thinking level, their creativity, their creative thinking. Even Prime Minister said that one of the areas which needs to be done is our creative thinking, and this is all part of our creative thinking capability development. So this is now let's go on to one more question I will take, and then I'll bring it to Sonia, because she would have a lot of questions from audience, and audience can also go and write on the Q&A box. We'll be more than happy to take your specific questions we need to be done. One question in terms of the margins, so I clearly see the three businesses. One is a retail business where you sell the product. Second is your workshops where people come and use and third is the parties. And where do you make money as a franchisee? How do I make my money, and what is the breakup of that, and what kind of sales projections you can talk about, give it from a small to a mid-size model?
So before I answer that question, we have Twinkle Khanna and her daughter Nitara, Akshay Kumar's wife, as a very regular customer of ours, and she's probably come in twice or thrice till now. And since COVID, of course, this is just when I'm talking about in December and January. So because of our area, we are in Juhu. A lot of film stars live in and around. So we do have a lot of, sometimes we have to tell them that please keep your bodyguards outside, which really not allowed in our studio.
Or maybe use the bodyguards also to do some craft.
Yeah. So, yeah, coming to your question about projections of sales and what we do right now. So basically also alter as per our models are also altered as per each and every franchise. So we want to do it more of a bespoke way towards our franchisees who come in. But what we see right now, as of now, is in our 500 square feet model, if I talk about, we are generating a revenue of about just give me a minute. A monthly sale of about 3.5 lakhs is what we are looking at. A first year projection is what we are looking per month, and it significantly increases. We are calculating an increase of 10 to 15% per year of the sales to be increased, and our art parties and our walk-ins is cumulatively is about 80% of our sales, of our major sales, and the rest is with our kits and our retail. So talking about our retail sales right now is because of Mumbai, where there is availability of our retail products available everywhere. If we go to a smaller city where things are a little difficult to get over in other places, so our retail is, we see that it will be more focused over there then. And so that's what I gave you some numbers with our monthly revenue sales
So
is
small store, you can start with 3.5 lakh rupees monthly cycle. With
monthly
a
cycle.
bigger,
Yes,
bigger
and
store,
in
you can go
year
five,
two we
five and a
see
half.
about 4.5 lakhs and so on and so forth. So we see about
Sure.
10
And
15%.
this is also important, but I should do that while they have done a very good, beautiful retail location and very expensive investment because they're building the brand and building the equity. But you can go on a first or second floor, and some buildings
That's
have
what
lift.
I would want to come to also next, sir. Sorry to cut you short. Our studio is, it's not that we need to be in the middle of the market anywhere. We need to be in the middle of a residential area. So as you clearly said that someone has a bungalow and a room of or a basement or anything, if they want to give up as give as our studio, they can surely and definitely start doing.
Yeah, so you can be even in the commercial block on a second floor and a nice entry, clean area. It should be environmentally friendly. If you have to have a place which gets aesthetically right, because end of the day is art and craft. End of the day people would like to come, and especially in a good neighborhood. So like if you are in Lucknow, you need to be in Gomti Nagar. If you are in say a particular area in the premium area of that city, if you're in Hyderabad, you might be in Jubilee or you in Banjara, places like that. Take a nice place, and then you can create this business, this beautiful business, very recurring. Once you start going in, to a place, then you start even telling others. And when you have a one party, which means that people would come for the party, the kid would come the first time there, the next day he will bring the parents back to the same place again, right? So this party is very infectious because party might be just getting in that thing. When they come and discover a place, then they want to go every time. They want to go in every time, and they would just say, I want to go back to the same store and things like that. And then there are enthusiasts. Enthusiasts are like the Twinkle. She might be enthusiast, and maybe a man like this Japanese I saw in I think they're enthusiasts. Once they start liking it, they just repeat. They are very frequent. Every week, every 2 weeks, they would come. And Dimple, your experience on Dimple, your experience on in these audience, how frequently they visit to you, how frequent they would come to you.
So, like you rightly said, it is infectious. Like when we have a party of 20 kids, uh, around from 20, we have at least 15 kids coming back and saying that we also want to do a party over here. And they go and tell their friends, and they go and tell their friends. So we've had so many children do like 3 parties over here because they had about 60 friends that they wanted to invite. So they had back to back 20 batches of 20 and having parties over here. So and any person who comes in once, for the first time, we have seen that they do come in again. Like I would say it is about 95% guarantee that they will come back. Like before they leave the studio, they have decided when will they come back and what art will they do next time when they come in. So they take like a promise from their mother that we are coming back next weekend. I am making this. So that is the kind of effect the studio has.
Absolutely. Over to you, Sonia, for your question. And one of the areas which I've maybe on the area and master franchise also. Over to you, Sonia.
Sorry, I would like to just bring in a small little point over here. Our arts and craft products that we design are we take consultancy of child psychologists also, because it is to do a lot with children also, and how we want to get them out of their mobile phones and their tablets and get into let's go out type of a concept. It's
Yeah.
very closely we work when we have an in-house psychologist also, and that's how we design our products.
So
It is
there is,
just,
sorry, Karan. So
yeah.
there is color therapy involved. There is different textures involved in this. How kids can work with different textures and mediums and different colors. So we have color therapists who come in and who say that what will be the mood of the child, or with the colors that they choose to make their art form. So there is a lot of thought process behind every product that we create.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sonia?
Yeah, I'd like to thank both of you, Timpi and Karan. I would say it was very creative, experiential, very engaging studio that you had. And a lot of thinking and passion has gone into what you developed and worked upon, and very thought through product range, which is scientifically also very relevant. And today, while we talk about kids as a segment, but I feel even new age professionals are, and you mentioned adults are also looking at
Yes.
these classes. Especially, I think I read something, some article also in locations like even Bombay, Bangalore, especially these bigger cities where these new age professionals look at these classes, even short term courses, especially on the weekends, to unwind. So while it's becoming a rage, I'll still pick up some questions which I feel a lot of our audience are asking. One, first and foremost, which maybe I want to pick up is on the training which I'm seeing being asked by Mr. Mahesh Tripathi. So what kind of training is imparted to the franchisee? And second, maybe just to add on to that, how is the staff procured? Is that locally? The training to the staff is done by you? If you can just maybe help us understand the entire modus operandi.
Okay. Karan, are you going to?
So the staffs are our staff is basically an art teacher who we procure locally from your area. We do help you procuring that art teacher. We will hold interviews with regard to that art teacher, and we will ask them questions about how, and we will evaluate how they will cope up with our studio. And also we give an extensive in-depth training to each. After hiring the teacher, we'll give an in-depth training to the teacher from wherever they are in any part of India. We will call them over here at our studio, at our flagship studio. We'll give them a 10 to 15 days complete overview, and we will also train the teacher of our day-to-day runnings as well as about our products. So even if I would like to make a point over here, even if the franchisee owner is not related to art and craft background, our working and our model is in such a way, our operational manual is in such a way that a normal person can also run this studio very well. And it, the art teacher, even if say there is for some reason the art teacher moves on, the studio will not be affected because our operational manual is very strong and our product ranges are very strong. So the a basic art teacher from any school, who they are, if they are teaching in schools, or even if it's a passionate artist who wants to work. So we right now in Mumbai, we have a lot of teachers who want to come and work for us because the environment that we've created, they want to be inside that environment. So it is just not that we have to go looking for an art teacher. The art teachers are actually want to come and work for us is because it is the whole experience of them also working at our place, at our studio, is quite different and quite intriguing for them also to. And it's basically their passion that that they are completing and fulfilling at working for us at our studio.
And we
And
have already formed a curriculum for training for teachers. We have formed a thorough curriculum. As I said earlier, our teachers over here are professionals. They have a master's from art schools. So, it is their expertise also to form curriculums and train others. So, training other teachers is not at all a difficult task for us, as we've already prepared a curriculum, how to train them and what different arts that we can teach them. And it also, like I said, we also focus a lot on local arts. So for example, someone from Punjab, they would know the local folk art over there of embroidery or any local art. So they can bring in their expertise also to their own their studio over there, and we will give our expertise from here. So that also
And
creates.
speaking a little commercial point of view in this is that we do not see the HR cost for having one art teacher. It ranges from 15 to 25,000 depending upon the capability of the art teacher.
Okay. I think that's very helpful, and also it can be customized based on the region.
Yes.
Okay. I'll also pick one question which is asked by Ms. Sudha Shrikant. How are we charging customers? While you mentioned about walk-in customers that come in, is there also something like a monthly subscription which people would take? Or per hobby, is there a certain set of activities which somebody would take regularly? And if maybe something that you want to explain on that, and how are these charged? What is the per visit charge? If there's a monthly charge per activity, how much is that? Are there some set of activities which comes as a bundle? So a little bit on that, if that can also be.
So
I,
we have activities ranging from 100 rupees to 5,000 rupees. So there, like I said, there is something for everyone over here. So that is the range of the activities we have over here. Now about loyalty programs, we do have a loyalty program, loyalty card, where we stamp in your loyalty card every time you come in, and your 5th activity is 50% off, and once you're done with your 10th activity is free. So we have loyalty programs also going on. And in workshops also, when you sign up for more than 3 workshops at a time, we give you a certain kind of a discount.
And how much typically one would pay for a workshop?
I'll give you a average ticket size as per our 500 and 1,000 square feet model. So we see an average ticket size of walk-ins and people coming in creating at our space to be at around 1,200 rupees, which makes up to 65% of our sales mix. So we have the concept of take away home kits, which is as an average ticket price of 900 rupees. So if a person comes in, say from a faraway place, and they come into our studio and do something, and after that they want to take home some part of it and make something at home or gift someone, so as also as party favors and all that, so that average ticket size comes up to 900 rupees. Our retail section ranges from various products to products. We have products starting from 200 rupees to we have 25,000 rupees paint sets and all that. Depending upon the area that you are from, we will suggest you whether you want to keep a lower range products or an higher range products. Our art parties average ticket size is around 1,500 rupees. So which makes about 21% of our sales mix. And our workshops, which a professional teacher from different cities from within the city who does come in and take workshops. So the workshops can range from 1 day to 7 days, with 2 hours every day. Up to 7 days is our workshop concept, and that average ticket size is 1,000 rupees. And if it completely depends upon what kind of art it is and what the capability of that teacher it is. And if there's a higher capability teacher, then your students are also such that who would want to join in. So our workshops and our art parties and our walk-ins come to our major sales mix and our major percentage, which we are seeing at our Mumbai store right now. But say if we go to some smaller city, we also see our retail sales mix to go significantly higher and come to as level as other walk-ins.
Okay, so which also tells me that enrollment of people is not important. So they can just be walk-in customers. They can do it one time and go back. So as a maybe a business model, there's no enrollment or registration of students or people who are coming in. We're not doing that, right?
No.
It is per visit and per activity, as and when they want to plan that. Second question is, what is the kind of repeat customers we have? Because we don't have any predictability. People can come as and when they want at their own discretion. Typically, what is the engagement? How do we engage our audience, which is very important, because in this business, feel retention is very important, and at the same time, engaging the people or audience who's already come to the center is important. So what kind of repeat audience do you get normally?
So I would say out of 10, we have 8 repeat clients. And the major reason is why, because we have like a huge display wall. So they are working in this, amongst this whole display wall, right in between, they're sitting and working. And so while they're working, they're already deciding that, oh, I could do that also. Or next time I would like to try that other art form. And that is how they come back. And when it is a walk-in studio, which is a major USP of All Things Love, that you need not take an appointment or register. You can just walk in anytime, and our expertise are over here, our expertise over here to teach you. So when they see other adults, kids, also working on their own project and seeing that they are enjoying and it's coming up to a beautiful product, so it's always, the grass is greener on the other side. Kids feel that. So then they always think that, okay, next time I'll come back and make what that other mother is making, or what that other child is making. So that also works as a big point of bringing in back the clients.
Psychologically speaking, there is a sense of achievement after making a product. Like, wow, I could make this. There's an achievement. So, why not come and try and making something else? And giving some numbers over here, our first month, which we expect when a studio opens of this sort, our first month expected clients we see to about 200 people per month as our first month. And by our month 12, we see at around 300 people per month who are walking in and who are doing these activities. And as I said, our average, this is which I'm giving is of walk-ins, which our average ticket size was around 1200 rupees. And that's how, coming to my previous number, which I gave of 3.5 lakh rupees per month, is what we see by the end of the first year.
Okay. And maybe one last question, which is on the priority cities where you want to enter, and if you can also take up maybe a master or an area franchise model, if you're open for that as well, and if that can also be discussed in case we have inquiries specifically coming for somebody who wants to take a bigger area, develop that area, appoint sub franchises under him.
And also, we should really set up a discovery day, one-on-one discussions, which we should really agree on a particular date sometime next week, where all the people who are shortlisted, especially I think this is a great business for if you have passion for this. I mean, and especially for women entrepreneurs, if you have passion, you want to really be around doing some creative work, and this would be a great business to be done. Any last comments, Karan, Dimpy, your on what Sonia has asked about cities and master?
We are absolutely open to any cities anywhere in India. We are absolutely open to anyone. We're welcoming everyone. And we also do not mind working with master franchising, where in the city they can give it to their various franchises. We have models ready. If any inquiries, if they can come through you. We have all chat with your teams and created all the models which are ready. So we are open to doing business and altering and bespoking business to every individual and investor, however.
Absolutely. So should we take a date right now? Which date we want to really do that? Sonia, any date in your mind?
We can do it on today being Thursday. If we can do that maybe on coming Wednesday, if that day is available.
Wednesday 30th is the date.
Wednesday 30th September works.
So we will do a webinar, and it's a great opportunity. Even neighborhoods in Bombay, there is a good opportunity. A lot of neighborhoods in Bombay. Powai can be a phenomenal place. If you open our center in Powai, it probably would do better than Juhu. It's a great opportunity, great market. Obviously, you can do another one in Bandra. If you want to do another one in Goregaon and places like that, you can do one in town. Thane is a good location. Vashi obviously is a good location. So even in Mumbai, I think there are 6 or 7 studios, top opportunity available. But I think this opportunity is very big everywhere. Especially in B cities and C cities, you get beautiful bigger areas. You can create small cafe around it. You can create, so a lot of creativity can really come in. It's a beautiful orientation and a business format they put in. How the business format can also go into various formats and can improve and become bigger. So it's a great opportunity, and thank you for having us. Before I leave, who made the Ganesha behind you?
We will send you on kids.
Yes, so that Ganesha is one of our bestseller. And throughout the year, we sell the Ganesha. It's not like only during Ganesh Chaturthi, it goes throughout the year. Many people buy it as housewarming gifts. And
It's actually very beautiful. It's very beautiful. So next time I'm in town, then I'll buy one from you.
we would love to have you sit here and make it.
Yeah, sure. I will. If I can have some little bit of a craft left in me, then I can obviously make it. Or
We'll shove
I
that
can
cloud
fake it.
out from you.
If I cannot make it, I will still fake it. You will make it for me, and I'll just show to everybody that I did it.
No, we have our expertise in-house. We'll make sure you make it.
Sure.
Our teachers will.
That's be a hard one to try on me, but yeah, if you try, that's okay. Okay. So any last words you want to say to our investors, Sonia, to you also, and Dimpy? And you've been absolutely fabulous to have you on our show. Any last comments you want to have?
Wonderful to be with you all. It was wonderful. We love working with Franchise India. It's a ride. I mean that we want to have partners with you for years and years to come, sir. It's a wonderful job that you're doing, and your knowledge for each and every industry is totally commendable. And I really look forward to meeting you once this COVID happens over a coffee or something.
I'll certainly drop in. I'll certainly come. I used to be very regular to coming to, but now with COVID, we all sitting and doing remotely. Sonia, your last word.
So thank you once again, Dimpy and Karan. And one message I want to give to all the viewers also, this is something which needs a lot of your time, and you should also capitalize on the local pride of building your brand. Build relationships is what I would say I have a take home, and a lot of repeat audience which comes in. So build relationships with schools, neighborhood, and even corporates. A lot of corporates also do maybe team building exercises, workshops, which can also be done there. So all that would help maybe in adding more revenue streams to your business as the business gets mature. So with this, I'd like to thank both of you, and we look forward to maybe hosting this one-on-one meetings. A lot of our investors have requested, and some are referring to their friends also, they would know. So I would request all of you friends, anyone you want to bring in, you want to do one-on-one discussion, or you even want to invite somebody in your inner circle, your friends or partners. I saw some of the remarks made. So bring as many people you want to bring in, and we can maybe block 35, 45 minutes to answer all your queries. I know we could not answer everything, but we tried and did whatever we could in the time we had. But we look forward to hearing from you. We have a hotline number that we have posted on the chat. You can reach out on that hotline, and we'll help you connect with both Dimpy and Karan on Wednesday. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. What to you?
Stay safe, please, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dimpy. Thank you so much, Karan. Special thanks to Dimpy because you took it to the another level, making it so interactive and live interaction from your studio. Thank you so much. All the participants who have joined us today. Thank you so much, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am, for sharing your insights. You can connect with Franchise India team at our business hotline number, which is 97176 83838. That's the business hotline number, directly monitored by Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am. Do share your suggestions, feedback, request at the same business hotline number. We would definitely love to give you all the solutions. You can also connect with the management team of Franchisee India at their respective LinkedIn IDs. The recorded version of this particular webinar and all the webinars, all the summits we have done is available at the Facebook page of Franchise India Brands Limited. That's the site. You can go under video section and see all the previously done summit by us, by Franchise India team. And before you go, we would like to invite you for tomorrow's special Friday webinar, because tomorrow we are presenting you 5 top business opportunities coming from a different vertical and representing their business ideas. Do not miss this chance. Join us tomorrow sharp at 12 p.m. for top 5 franchisee business opportunity over chai series. Do registration today at the same business hotline number. You shall receive a registration link from our side. We request and urge you to do registration today so that tomorrow you can witness and join us for this particular webinar. Thank you so much everyone for joining us today. Stay safe, stay happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Good day.